Hello and welcome back, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all the beautiful folks who are here. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day, folks. We're tracking the Pulse Challenge. And for those of y'all who may not be familiar with this Pulse Challenge, it's where we actually go and invest every single day and DCA our way into Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, and Hex on Ethereum. Now, I started this journey about a month ago, actually on September 15th was when the very first time I started this journey. And I've been tracking the progress ever since, consistently DCAing every single day, $5 into Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, and Hex on Ethereum. So I wanted to kind of just keep track of that as well. I want to show everyone the journey. I want everyone to join along with the journey as well. And folks, if you've seen my videos before and you are not subscribed, it would mean a lot to go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. And of course, join the Pulse Challenge with me. Continue finding some way, somehow to invest into the future of this ecosystem, whether it be into the $5 a day strategy or a weekly strategy, or even when you get paid strategy or a monthly strategy. Folks, the numbers are endless. So I wanted to kind of keep track of that again because I started this investment journey back on September 15th of 2023. So we've actually hit 30 days into buying $5 dollar cost averaging into both the Hexes, Pulse, and PulseX. Now, of course, why am I doing this, right? And it's for several different reasons, but one, it's to just show that you don't have to come with a whole lot of money to be able to make it into this world of crypto. In fact, if any of these end up doing hundreds of X's, 50s of X's, or even thousands of X's, you can turn a little bit of money into a lot of money. And so the idea behind doing a $5 DCA strategy for me is that no matter what the price is doing, whether it's up, down, left, sideways, going backwards, going forward, I don't really care. I am buying every single day, whether the candles are green, whether they're red, whether there's pump, whether there's news, whether there's not. I'm not worried about that because I'm in this for the long haul. And so because I have a plan and I do have long-term potential and I do believe in the long-term potential of these projects, I'm going to stick with consistent investment plan rather than trying to time the market. I know we always say better to be in the market with time than trying to time the market and trying to get in at certain points in time. So, of course, we've heard it so many times, right? The Warren Buffett saying, be fearful when others are greedy, be greedy when others are fearful, that kind of stuff. And again, that's kind of what we're looking at. So no matter what is going on with the current prices, that's the whole premise behind this, folks. So dollar cost averaging removes emotions out of the equation. It removes the emotions out of what's happening with the community, sentiment, overall, every news, whatever it may be. It removes all the emotion out of it. And by investing the same amount on a regular schedule, I get to buy more coins when prices are low, when I actually get more coins when prices fall, and fewer when they go higher. Again, it's just over time, I'm going to have a average cost per coin significantly lower than where the current price is in 2 years. So we're doing this for the span of 12 months, folks. We are doing this for the span of 12 months. So we are going until 2024, folks. And again, I want everyone to remember that you do have to have a long-term vision, at least somewhere into the future, into it all. So once again, over the past month, I've invested over $150 total, divided evenly between Pulse, Hex, PulseX, and Hex on Ethereum. And while it may seem small, again, it's just a small amount invested consistently can really add up over time. Now, of course, it's always thanks to the power of the, compounding and all that good stuff. So let me just kind of show what has been going on. So we actually have the spreadsheet that I've been keeping track of as well during this entire time. Let me zoom on in on this just a smidge. Let me get some music going in the background. Here we go. There we go. Music going. Boom. Perfect. Let me say what's up to some beautiful folks as well, joining me along on this Pulse Challenge, joining me along on this journey to just see what is and what could be potentially possible for not only you, but for your loved ones as well, because not everyone could be in the same financial situation, or your friends could be in the same financial situation as you. So if you're really wanting them to get started, showing them that this person right here, hello, ATX Crypto, is keeping track of a log of a journey of how it's been going over the last 30 days. And you can join along with me as well, folks. They can join along with me. Y'all can come along on the journey and come along for the ride. and just enjoy what's going to end up happening. So hello, how you doing? I would love to learn how to say your name. Unfortunately, I don't know Prestiletto. Again, I apologize if I mistaken or mispronounce that. But again, I appreciate all the support. I've seen you in many streams, especially coming through on the Sunday AI streams. So what's up, everyone? How you doing? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. John Neese in the house. Alan Fizame. I like the new intro vid, says Crypto Khalil. Thank you so much. Heximus. John Neese says fire intro. Thank you so much, y'all. Appreciate that as well. Smashing good ATX again. Smash that like button, folks. Again, if y'all are tuning in to my channel and you check to see if you're subscribed or not, go ahead and just take a little second and check to see if you're subscribed. Click that button if you're not. It's much appreciated as well. RGS in the house. Hello, my friend. Dino X5555. I'm doing good, my friend. Left Action House. What's up, man? We did a fun interview a while back and we'd love to have you back on the channel as well. Right now, where we are, you want to be in crypto and not out. Facts on facts. Hex Bay says peace and love. Of course, thank you. Peace and love, Hexikins. We got Pulse Nation, Finn Bear. Hey boys, what's up, Finn Bear? 10 Top in the house, Crypto Chino. We got charts, tracks, and logs up in here. We sure do, 10 Top, absolutely. And speaking of a track on this one, let's pull up the overall tracker of what we've been doing. Again, this is the journey of my log that I actually keep track of. The $5 DCA investment every single day. And you can see this started on September 15th. So if I come over here on the left side, what it's doing is it's actually giving me the overall number of tokens that I've purchased during the span of the last 30 days. I have the average price that I would actually be sitting at due to all of these purchases and where they were purchased at for the price. And then it shows the overall total as well of what we've actually spent. So at this point in time, we're sitting at 145 in both hexes, Pulse Chain and Pulse X. So sitting right now at 17,987 tokens on the Hex on Pulse Chain side. So this is actually putting my average price sitting right now at 2 zeros and an 8. We don't know what the future price could end up going, but guys, just remove zeros off this and it turns into 10x on that one, 100x, 1000x. So if you see the price of Hex in the future on Pulse Chain ever reaching 8 cents again, then an easy way of seeing this is that leaves me a 10x right there. And if you ever see it reaching 80 cents into the future as well, well, that means that I'm sitting on 100x right there just by removing the zeros. So this is a phenomenal way to make sure that even though you don't have all the money to deploy right now, right away, if you consistently do this over a span of a long period of time, you will win, folks. And this is why we're tracking this journey as well. So we have 17,987 for the Hex on Pulse Chain side. Currently on the Pulse side, I've been able to accumulate 3,318,679 tokens, sitting with an average price at 40437. I love this as well because just getting back to SAC price means I've already doubled my money, and this is just going to keep getting better from there. Sitting on $145 again for the average purchase price there. Now, you can actually see, guys, I've actually kept track on the left side over here of every single day that I've actually went through and made a purchase. I've gone in and I've actually put the $5 plus the amount of tokens that I've been able to receive, and it calculates and formulates the price that was paid to get those tokens. So you can see on the left side, I've been able to accumulate every single day, and I will continue to track this journey as well. And once you do something a certain amount of times, folks, it does in fact become a habit. So this has just become a routine at this point in time for me to wake up, hop on the computer, do my $5 DCA, log it within my tracker, and move on with my day and carry on, not worrying about what's happening with the price, what's happening with anything. Just a nice way of handling business as well. So again, sitting on 3,313,679 tokens of Pulse Chain at this point in time. Now, I look at this sometimes and just go back to the SAC price of what you're sitting. So for every $1, you were given 10,000 Pulse tokens for a sacrifice. And so for 3,000 tokens or 3 million tokens, you'd be sitting on $300. And that's basically assuming we get back up to SAC price, which I don't see being that hard to attain. Now, this number can, of course, substantially increase over a span of time, as that's only a 2x away, and there's many x's that we're going to be seeing and exploring into the future as well. And I really hope y'all join me along for this journey. On the PulseX side, in the last month, I've been able to accumulate 12,787,198 tokens with an average entry price sitting on 40113. Now, again, you can see there are days like today, for example, and if I scroll all the way down, whoops, where you actually end up getting more tokens only because, again, the price of Pulse X is lower today than it was yesterday when I made the purchase. So yesterday I was only able to get 466,000. The day before I was only able to get 460,000. And you can see today I was able to get 477,000. So no matter what the price is doing, I'm investing $5 a day, and this is showing that you can too. Remove your emotions out of the equation, folks. It makes things so much easier, so much simpler, and a nice, easy way of actually getting a weight lifted off your shoulder instead of trying to worry about when you should invest. Consistently do it over a long period of time and you'll win. Lastly, we have the Ethereum Hex side, which is sitting on 43,771 tokens with an average purchase price at 203313. So these are incredible purchase prices because we've seen Hex on Ethereum previously reach an all-time high of 56 cents. And folks, an all-time high of 56 cents is incredible, but even from the current price where it's at right now, that's 169x your money just getting back up to the previous all-time high when Hex first was there. So if you can fathom and imagine that Hex reaches that goal, then by having a consistent plan over a long period of time, you're essentially looking at almost 169x your money just thinking like that if your average purchase price was to be sitting in the ballpark of 2033. Now y'all can continue to buy because right now the price is actually below 2 zeros and a 3. So looking at this, actually, as a matter of fact, let's take a little look at what is going on with the actual charts on Pulse Chain. So if you just look back at this, I started the journey back on the 15th of September, which is actually right here. And you can see over the last month, if you had just bought on the 15th of September, you would still be up roughly about 5% the money at that point in time. And again, over a small period of time, your average is probably sitting here. So this is actually when it all started for me. And I bought during all of these prices, all of the dips, all of the ups and all the downs. And I'll continue to buy as well. And I hope y'all join me along and actually participate and find a way to actually make the challenge happen for you too. Now, looking at this is what I'm seeing is over again, the last month we started here. Now you can see over the last few days, we've gone a little bit lower and a little bit lower. But again, no matter what, guys, I'm not worrying about am I not trying to time it? I'm not trying to look to buy because I've seen so many people go in right here, for example, and think this is a bad thing where they go in with their cash because they finally got paid. They've been seeing green candles happen. They go in all at once and they eventually end up sitting at this point in time just watching that money deplete. And again, yes, it's only down 16% over the last 6 days thinking like that. But if you actually look at it, sometimes that mentally hurts you from making the purchase next time. So again, guys, remove your emotion out of the equation. So if we're seeing where the current price is sitting at right now on Pulse Chain, we're sitting at 403986. And again, my average price on the Pulse Chain side is currently actually higher right now. So even by dollar cost averaging, I am actually lowering my overall average price because I get more tokens, I lower my average price, and y'all see me do this DCA calculators before. So my average price is sitting at 40437, and again on the actual price of Pulse Chain, we're sitting at 403986. So if I was to pull this up, I'm down currently. If I was to pull this up on the tracker here, down roughly about 8% on that one, but again, it doesn't matter, right? And again, I just wanted to show that number to y'all so that way y'all can have a better idea as well. Taking a look over here on the PulseX side, let me kind of hide some of these items over here. So taking a look over here on the Pulse Chain side once again, or PulseX side, my apology, we actually have the price starting over here on the 15th of September when we first started, up about 10% had you actually been purchasing around this time. Now again, my average price over on the PulseX side is currently sitting at 40113, and we currently have the price of PulseX sitting at 40105. So I'm happy every single time I get to lower my average and I get to actually take a buy below where my current average is. But no matter what, for every single day, I'm buying, folks. I'm buying. And I want that to resonate with y'all as well. I want all of y'all to keep in mind that, you know, what you put in now is what you're going to end up getting in return later. right? And so for those people who are waiting for the bear market to end, or for the all the signals, some people, in fact, I know, are waiting until certain coins actually retouch their previous all-time high before they'll even start investing. And that's just meaning that they're missing out on the X's on its rally up to the previous all-time high. And that's again for all coins. That's not just Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X. That's all coins and all blockchain in it as well. So yeah, let me see real quick. Let me kind of run through here once again. We got some more comments in the house. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon. Yeah, exactly. It's a tough one. Had some trouble. Yeah, okay, cool. Is there a link to a video you may reference to help us set up sheets to do calculations? Yeah, so I have a simple DCA calculator sheet down in my description below. If anyone ever wants the whole spreadsheet that I have as well, I do have it available for the Patreon peeps as well at patreon.com/ATXCrypto. Keeping that in mind as well, you can make these spreadsheets fairly easy. This is simple math. I just have it to where when you do become a Patreon member, you don't just get this one sheet, you get multiple sheets as well. But the easy calculation on this one is, again, just you do the math of this cell divided by this cell, and that should give you the overall purchase price. And then you just have it go through and figure out the calculations along the side and add in each of the items here. Now, again, this is just the sum of all of these tokens on the right side. This is the number of tokens in the sum of all of the tokens that you've purchased. And again, this is just the average price divided this number by that number gets you your average price. So you can make the spreadsheet up as well. It's not that difficult to anyone to actually make. Again, I don't think that's the main reason why you should be joining my Patreon to get this one sheet. You should join for many other multitude of reasons, where we have weekly group calls and many other discussions and strategy. But if you're just needing a simple explanation on the spreadsheet, hopefully that helps you make your own spreadsheet as well. No, so again, I didn't set up the sheets or anything to like do my calculations, but hopefully that explains it to you. Where are you holding your initial fiat? I would assume you're not paying gas fees on Ethereum every day. Yeah, so all of my purchases are made through Pulse Chain and PulseX. So you can actually buy Ethereum Hex over on Pulse Chain, because I actually advise or would suggest that if you were going to do a daily purchase of Ethereum Hex, because that's something you want to DCA your way into, then you actually want to really go ahead and do that on the Pulse Chain side, because instead of paying dollars for gas fees, you pay pennies for gas fees on the Pulse Chain side. And once you actually accumulate a big enough size for your Ethereum Hex, you can take that Ethereum Hex and bridge it back over to Ethereum, and then stake it on the Ethereum network to be able to earn that extra incentive and the additional yield on top of your earnings and your holdings in your crypto. So that's how that would work there. In terms of my initial way of getting it done, I deposit money through a centralized exchange. I send that to my fiat wallet, or to my treasure wallet, and from there you can bridge over from the Ethereum network over into Pulse Chain. That's the way I've done it. You can actually now directly go onto the Pulse Chain network through a couple of different platforms like 0x Coast and other items that are out there as well. But again, everyone has to make that decision on their own. And if you would like to, you can buy on the Ethereum side, whether it's through Cash App or whatever. And then you can actually use gopulse.com and use their swap function. Now, I think this website has crushed it in regards to the functionality and the ability of this website as well. But if you just go to gopulse.com/swap, you're actually going to be able to swap your tokens directly into here. And you can, or I'm sorry, you just go to buy on gopulse.com. And from there, you can actually send a certain amount of Ethereum, whatever that amount is. You can see a maximum amount of 0.19 is actually there. So you do have a limit. But if you're just trying to get into the Pulse Chain ecosystem, this is a great way. You can send some Ethereum over and you actually get some Pulse from it as well. So pretty awesome there. And then you can, yeah, make some returns. And I think I found this to be the easiest way as well. So if you're wanting to get from the Ethereum network over to Pulse Chain without the bridge, this is one way to do it. You can always use the bridge as well, which is just bridge.pulsechain.com, and that'll actually help you as well if you need to send over from the Ethereum network on over. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. And again, you can see, you just come right over here, swap the different networks, switch it from Ethereum over to Pulse Chain, and send whatever you want. So hopefully that explains that question for you as well. Appreciate you doing that as well, and appreciate you sharing that. 100% understand. Thanks for saying that. It helped me, of course. Yeah, just wanted to help as well on that one. But folks, this has been a little fun journey. I just want to remind everyone that, again, it is a part of the journey, right? As you can see, the investments, from the initial investments, there's been fluctuations in prices on the market. It's gone up, it's gone down, it's had ups, it's had swings, ebbs and flows. But of course, sticking to a plan is the best way to do it. The 5 P's will get you there. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And that's allowing you to stick to my plan by executing something. I've been able to buy more Pulse when it was down. I've said this in the past. I continue to lower my average entry price as well every single time I do buy below my average entry price. So keep that in mind. If you bought when it was higher, by buying when it's lower, you help your average entry price. So in summary, guys, dollar cost averaging is definitely strong. Dollar cost averaging into strong projects is a powerful long-term investment plan. It's at least an approach that I'm willing to take. The time to invest is when blood is running in the streets. And guys, we've heard this so many times from all around. When you think everyone's just fearful and crying and everything like that, get involved. Find a way to make something happen. Because I'm excited to see where my Hex, PulseX investments go. I'm excited to where they're going to be in another month, as a matter of fact, or even a year from now, just by simply having more of the tokens than I did today. That's all this is doing, because at the end of the day, the price is going to attain a certain price in the future, folks. And what you do at that time will determine, or will depend on, how many tokens you have at that time to make that choice. Does that make sense? So by allowing yourself to gather more tokens every single day, regardless of what is going on, when you get to that future price, will you have more tokens then, or do you have the same amount of tokens that you have now? That is a big difference. Big difference, folks. So don't stop accumulating, especially if you think there's certain goals to attain. I've had this conversation so many times. Don't set a goal that's kind of attainable fairly quickly. Or there's nothing wrong with setting a goal that's attainable quickly. In fact, I think it's a great way to do it. But don't stop when you hit that goal. Continue to work through and have levels of different goals that you want to attain. So congrats, you've hit the first level. Let's go to the second. Congrats, you hit the second level. Let's go to the third. Congrats, you got the third level. Let's go to the fourth. And continue and continue and continue, folks. Because if you want outsized returns, this is when you do it. This is a way to do that as well for outsized returns. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I have this diversified over a span of the next year, and I really would love to see y'all on this journey and on this challenge. And I would love to hear the support who's on this challenge with me as well. If you've made it this far into the video, as a matter of fact, I would love if you went ahead and just put hashtag Pulse Challenge down in the comments below. It's greatly appreciated. It means a lot. It means that you've listened, that you're participating, and that you want to see this success as well. Or you're just curious as to where we go along with this journey and the challenge. So I'm here to track that with y'all and for y'all. Hope every single one of you have a fantastic afternoon, folks. My name is ATX Crypto, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.